Investment casting. It's a mouthful, isn't it? But trust me, the process is even cooler than its name. Imagine this. We can create solid metal object in almost any shape imaginable. Intricate details, no problem. That's the beauty of investment casting, also known as lost wax casting. This technique isn't just some fancy trick, it's a cornerstone of modern manufacturing. From the aerospace industry to health care, investment casting is how we make things that need to be incredibly precise and durable. Think jet engine parts or artificial hips that require that kind of accuracy that only investment casting can only deliver. We are talking about a method so powerful, so versatile that it's used to create objects that are both incredibly strong and amazingly detailed. And the best part, it's a process that's been around for centuries, constantly refined and perfected. Let's dive in. You wouldn't believe how far back investment casting goes. We are talking thousands of years. Archaeologists have unearthed ancient artifacts made using this method jewelry, tools, even tiny sculptures. It's amazing to think that a process used in cutting edge technology today was practiced by our ancestors a millennia ago. The Egyptians were early adopters of lost wax casting, using it to create intricate gold ornaments and religious artifacts. Forward the resonance, the artists like Cellini were pushing the boundaries of what was possible with this technique, creating masterpieces in bronze. Over the centuries, investment casting evolved from a craft to a science. The development of new materials, the technologies allowed for a greater precision and ability to cast a wider range of metals. Today, investment casting is more precise and versatile than ever, but the fundamental principle remains the same. Picture this, you want to make a metal gear. You need it to be perfect. Every tooth, every groove has to spot on. Investment casting starts with a model, a blueprint of what we need to create. And that's where the wax come in. Skilled artisans or unnecessarily precise machines create a wax replica of the final metal part. The wax pattern is incredibly detailed, capturing every nook and cranny of the desired design.
It's like making the candle in the exact shape of what you want to cast in metal. Think of it like baking cake. You need a mold to get the right shape, and in investment casting, the wax pattern is a mold. It had to be perfect because the molten metal will be on the exact form. Now that we have a wax pattern, we need to encase it in protective shell. That it where things get interesting.
The wax pattern is dipped repeatedly into a special ceramic slurry, a mixture of fine ceramic particles and a binding agent. This process isn't a quick dip, it's repeated multiple times. With each dip, a new layer of ceramic slurry coats the wax pattern, slowly building up a thick, robust shell. Think of it like dipping a strawberry into chocolate to get a perfect, even coating. Except we are doing it with industrial strength ceramics. Once the ceramic shell is thick enough, it's allowed to dry and harden. Now we have a ceramic shell with the wax pattern nested securely inside.
Section 5. The disappearing act, wax removal and mold hardening. This is where the lost wax part of the name comes into play. Remember that wax pattern we so carefully created? Time to say goodbye. The entire ceramic mold is heated to a high temperature, hot enough to melt the wax inside. The wax melts, it goes out of the mold through carefully placed channels, leaving behind a hollow cavity in the shape of a desired object. The ceramic mold is not ready for its transformation from fragile to formative. To ensure the mold can withstand the heat of the molten metal, it undergoes a final, intense firing process. This hardens the ceramic, making it strong enough to contain the molten metal and maintain its shape throughout the casting process. Section 6. From liquid to solid, pouring the molten metal. This is the main event. With the ceramic mold preheated and ready, molten metal is carefully poured into the cavity left behind by the vanished wax pattern. The metal could be anything from aluminium to stainless steel, bronze, or even titanium, depending on the desired properties of the final product. The molten metal flows into every nook and cranny of the mold, taking on the exact shape of the original wax pattern. It's carefully a controlled process. The temperature of the metal, the speed of the pour, everything is calculated to ensure perfect cast. Once the mold is filled, it's left to cool and solidify. As the metal cools, it contracts slightly, making it easier to separate from the ceramic mold. Section 7. Unveiling the masterpiece, breaking the mold. The moment of truth. After the metal has completely cooled, the ceramic mold is carefully broken away, revealing the cast metal object inside. This is like an industrial scale unveiling, and it's always exciting to see the final product emerge. Sometimes the casting requires a little cleanup. Small imperfections may need to be smoothed out. The support structures used during casting have to be removed. But for the most part, the object that emerges from the mold is remarkably close to the final product. It is a testament to the precision of the investment casting process that the metal objects often require minimal finishing work. Section 8, Weighing the Scales. Advantages and disadvantages of investment casting. Like any manufacturing process, the investment casting has its pros and cons. On the plus side, the level of detail and accuracy you can achieve is mind-blowing. We are talking intricate shapes, internal cavities, and smooth surface finishes that would make a baby's bottom jealous. Investment casting is also incredibly versatile when it comes to materials. You can use it to cast a wide range of metals, each with its own unique properties. Need something strong and lightweight? Aluminum is your friend. Something that can withstand high temperature? Titanium is to the rescue. But there's a trade-off. Investment casting is a multi-step process, which means it can be more time-consuming and expensive than other casting methods. It's not the best choice for mass-producing simple parts, but when you need complex, high-precision components, it's worth every penny. Section 9, Investment Casting in Action Applications Across Industries. Investment casting is like the Swiss Army knife of manufacturing process.